Hey, I thought I'd stop and make a quick video and just say, first of all, I appreciate everybody that's liked the page and followed the page. I just do it primarily to put information out there to help people and show what basically goes on here, for the most part, as far as some builds, some installs, some fabrication. So if you follow it, thanks. If you shared it, thanks. Hope everybody's staying safe during the virus, keeping the spread down, keeping yourself healthy. Stay isolated when you can. And if you got to get out, wear a mask and, keep it moving. Usually when I do a video, I have something specific in mind ahead of time that I want to share. Right now I don't. I'm here right now catching up on a lot of small things, a bunch of random things. So I figured I'd just stop and show them. I'm building 5 upper pipes for 5 different turbo kits right now. So I'm about to finish these up, then go out into the shop, build an oil drain for one of the Civic Builds. I'll show you that. The silver Civic is up and running now. The red Civic is also running, the B20 VTEC setup. That's what I'm about to build the oil drain for. And we have the all-wheel drive Civic here that I have to do some fab on, so I'm going to pull the hood off of that. So, yeah, anyway, I appreciate it. Share, like, check the vid out, and I'll try to show something interesting here as I come across it. Like I said, there's really not a plan on this particular video. I'm just stopping to make one, just to make one. I finished up the piping and came out and realized I also need to stencil some intercoolers that got finished up yesterday, and I'll show you close up of those. I do a lot of intercoolers. This first one I'm doing was a custom application where the customer sent me in pictures of his. He damaged his intercooler, so I built another one to the exact same specs using the same Garrett core. So I'm just putting a stencil on it so it can pack up and get shipped tomorrow. Behind me is the LS VTEC Civic. I'll go do the oil drain on that. The silver Civic is the B Series full build that's running. I'll show you something on that. And over here we have the all-wheel drive Civic, big horsepower, really nice car. I'll put a link up to his YouTube channel. You can follow him to get the details on it. This is his 3rd time coming for fab, the 2nd time doing fabrication on this particular car. The last time it was B Series. I did the intercooler pipe, and this time it's all-wheel drive K Series. that I'm doing the piping and the up pipes on. So I'll show you a quick look at that because I got to pull the hood off of it. And yeah, so here's the intercoolers. This is a Garrett core. It's probably my favorite core to weld. While I've got the stencil drying on this one intercooler, I went ahead and assembled the oil drain hose. And I'll show you on the car. It's pretty easy to do them. And I try to explain to people, you always want to try to get your measurements first. Mock everything up on the car and get a general idea of the angle you want to do. I've done a lot of these, so it's easier for me than some, but it's not difficult. And try not to make it more difficult than it has to be. So I'll show you on the car real quick. What I did off the turbo is basically a straight fitting. And since this has the Moroso pan on it, I did a 45, so it'll wrap around the downpipe really quickly. So I'll go ahead and get this over there and show it to you. You can see on here I'm using the, one of our SX500 turbo kits with the recirculated dump tube, so the dump's not in the way. Straight off the turbo, and it's going to 45 and just basically come swoop around and just go straight into the Moroso oil pan with the 45 at a slight upward angle, so your oil drain is going to be good the whole way. Your oil drain it's really a simple part, but it's also a make or break for your turbo because the drain has to be sufficient, has to go at a nice angle. It doesn't have to be a very steep angle, but it can't go up. So you want to have a smooth transition on your oil drain at all times on any vehicle. So I'll go ahead and get this bolted in and show you again how it looks installed. And there you go, pretty simple. Off the turbo, over to the pan, a slight slope downward. And you can see the recirculated dump is up high enough to give plenty of clearance for the AC and the oil drain. So the charge pipe will just route down below everything and should be easy going. This kit is using one of the new precision dual ball bearing 5830s that we hadn't made. It uses a oil and water cooled center section like the Garrett's. So this will be a long lasting, quick spooling, very efficient street setup. Now this is Philip's car. This is the all-wheel drive built sleeve K Series. I'll show you more on that later, and I'll put a link to his page if you want to follow the build and see in depth, what he did to get this thing together. But it's a really cool car, well put together. What I'm doing is building the charge piping, 3-inch hot side, 3.5-inch cold side to the 90mm throttle body. It's using a dual backdoor Speed Factory intercooler, and I'm going to do the twin up pipes, 3-inch for off the turbine housing and 2.5-inch off the 60mm gate. So right now I'm just waiting on the gate flange to come in. That should be here probably Tuesday. So I'll go ahead and snatch this hood off since it's already cut. Like I said earlier, it was here before for the B series stuff that had a hood exit. Now that it's K, the hood exits will be in the back. So he's going to put a new hood on it anyway. So I'll just get this hood off so it'll be out the way. And I can't forget this one. It now runs, cranks up like a champ. All the fuel is good to go. We're going to get it this week over to the door and just bleed the coolant, let it run, get some of that old gas out, and go from there. Start working on the suspension. I got a lot of stuff to show you from Skunk 2 stepped in, helped us out with a lot of pieces. We'll get all that bolted on and do some more updates on this car as well. And I guess last but not least, we got these drying. These are a pair of the TMX 800 single backdoor intercoolers. They got finished up yesterday and I just did the stencils on them. So yeah, I appreciate y'all checking in. Like I said, if you like the randomness you saw, click like, subscribe. And I can do a bunch more of these. I could do a video every day if I wanted to, but it's just hard to do everything and try to remember to pick up the camera and record. But anyway, thanks.